You ain't gonna slap him though.
Be gentle.
Prep him up. Prep him up.
Gentle.
Damn.
Alright, I'm ready.
What is up, you guys? My name is Taxon, and welcome back to Yuhp dbscg things. And today we got a battle between King Vegeta and King Cold. King Cold I already have uploaded up onto the channel. The deck profile will be in the description below. With that being said, guys, I am here joined together with my cousin, the one piloting King Cold.
Juni, what's going on?
So he will be here to help me break down what we're doing throughout this battle and how it's going to be going. So we just rolled. I ended up taking first, so I get the charge. I had a Young Invader in my first hand, so I decided to go ahead and charge that first. I use my field card. Wow, I can't talk right now. I use my field card's skill in order to take a life and play a Young Invader into my field. So here I do that, and I believe what I choose is Raditz, which is really cool, really easy. Turn one, gives me a card in the hand, and it also allows me to play out one of my 19k 3-drops.
Yeah, I actually like the King Vegeta build that you got going on. It's a big aggro type deck. Yeah,
for being a mono-red variant of the deck, it is relatively aggro in comparison to what the red-green variant is. It still does apply a lot of pressure, but with the red-green, you do get more burn damage, and also you're allowed to get more draws because that Piccolo does allow you to draw 2 when you activate Alliance and get the burn. So that's also cool there. Unfortunately, I do not run that, so we are stuck with mono red. So basically, I played the Invader, paid 1 to bottom deck him, and then played the Goku. I pass turn to Juni here, and what I do is just play the same exact Raditz from the bottom of my deck into his field, make some crit a life, and then draw a card.
Yeah. And then honestly, I was having a hard time decision charging because a lot of my cards my leader relies on field cards, so I didn't really want to charge a field card because that allows me to draw and stuff.
Makes sense. And sorry to interrupt you here, but off the crit with the Raditz ended up taking your secret rare out of your life. That's absolutely crazy and very good. Starting off the game with putting me in such a high advantage from you, because now I know that you don't have access to your secret rare, and I can just dump into any battle card and not worry about you just tapping 1 and getting rid of my card.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that really did hurt me when I seen that. And it was off the first crit, too. Out of the first
so very
one.
good. So here you decide tap 1 on your very first turn to play out Intensified Onslaught. Now, in my opinion, this is probably one of the better field skills for this deck. It allows you to draw a card and then play a 2-cost or less Frieza Army or Frieza Clan card from your hand.
Yeah.
And tagged along with your leader skill, you basically pick up 3 cards before you get to choose the 2-drop. So you get 3 brand new cards to hand before you have the choice to play the 2-drop. So that's, in my opinion, pretty unique and allows you to get more cards and more options to hand to play a different Frieza Army.
Exactly.
So here you decided to play the Zarbon. I do want to mention to the subscribers and anyone that's already watched the King Cold deck profile, I did manage to make room for 2 of the 2-drop Zarbons that if you have 5 or more when he's KO'd or removed by skill, he makes him drop 1. So that's why that's in there. So that's what he did first turn 1. Here I just charged my 5-drop Vegeta. I didn't see my 3-drop Vegeta in the beginning of this game, so I decided just to charge the 5-drop just because I felt like it'd be useless in my hand. Here I swing with my lead. You go ahead and block, which is a good decision. Why did you decide to use him so early?
I decided to block just to make you think more. You had exactly 5 cards in hand, and I'm pretty sure with your leader, it's just a searcher on the front side. So it really makes you think and choose what you're going to drop and pick up from your leader swing.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, so I was at 5. I knew that I was going to end up killing him with this attack. So I decided here just to grab Broly, add him to my hand, and then get a discard from that. Because now I have 6 cards and more cards that I add because I knew I was going to discard here. So here I end up discarding another 5-drop Vegeta. I had 2 of them in my hand early and not the 3-drop. So I felt like just having those guys cluttering my hand was a waste of space. And they were either going to end up in my energy or discarded either way in a combo or something, so I just felt like getting rid of him early was better than to keep him compared to some of the other things in my hand. So here I did go ahead and use my Activate Main on my field spell. I played my Broly from my deck, skill negated in rest mode. And here I believe I just pay 1, put the Broly bottom deck, and play the other Broly. The auto on the Broly, he has barrier, he has an auto. When I have 2 or more energy, if my opponent's tapped out, I get to look at their hand and take a 15k or less battle card from it. So here, I get to look at his hand, and I'm I'm flabbergasted when I look at your hand in this situation, just because
Yeah.
you have 3 dormants in hand, 2 different counterplays in hand, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, my hand was pretty. Honestly, it was nice, but also rough because how I said, my leader relies on me playing field cards to draw or and take life.
Right.
And in this matchup, you when you play like Raditz or I'm thinking it's the Vegeta too, I crit a life, so it kind of hurts me in a situation to either crit a life. I'd rather it just go to my hand. Like in this first situation, you pulled my
So you
secret
feel
rare.
like that's still disadvantageable even when you get to draw one afterwards,
Yeah,
just because you'd rather see the one out of your life.
yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yep. So here I played the Broly. I warped his Berry Blue just because that card is very key in my opinion for the King Cold deck. Like you play him for 1, you top 7 for a Unison or a Field, which is very, very phenomenal. And then you pay 1 to play another one, a Field skill from the drop, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So here I play out the Goku by bottom decking the Invader from your field, and then I free cast the Mercenary Tile. He has an activate main from hand. If I have 3 or more battle cards in play, I can play him and he gains crit for the turn.
Yeah.
So I played him out, swinging the 15k crit. You had no negates. It's still your defensive turn 1, so you
Yeah.
don't get much options but to take it. Here I knocked you down to 4 life with that crit, so I decided to awaken. When you're at 4 or less, or I'm at 4 or less, I'm allowed to rip myself down to 5, stay 1 energy, and draw a card. So very cool awakening for him. Here I just decided to go balls to the wall and just push as much bodies as I can to you. I feel in this situation I felt like it was better to be as aggressive as I could against King Cold, just because I know starting early game you have a lot of extra cards, and plus I just got to look at your hand, so I know you have 3 dormants and a whole bunch of stuff that you honestly just can't use except for the battle cards or counter plays, so you can combo off your counter plays if need be. So I know if you're going to combo out of an attack, you're going to waste your counter plays. So that's, in my opinion, was making me feel a little bit more safe to add the pressure, especially in this early turn, because I feel like with King Cold, the more turns you give him, the more damage he can output in his turns.
Oh yeah.
Which is just absolutely crazy.
It's just playing out those field cards. You know, there's this one negate that I love in the King Cold.
Yep, the
deck.
Royal Supremacy.
Yeah, when you have
Pops at 3 cost or less for free.
Yeah,
It's a great negate, great negate.
Yeah, if you have 3 more field cards, you can free cast it. So it comes really handy.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially against my deck, being most of my little aggressors are 3 cost or less. So here I decided to tap 1 and play out the Trunks. I get this extra swing in. You say no negate, so I go ahead and take the life, bring myself down to 4, give him the 10k crit. So he's a 15k crit, and I force you to combo out 2 cards from hand, which is good for me still, but getting you down to 3 life while forcing 2 crits in during the same turn just felt really good. And unfortunately I didn't see my Bardock Resolute really early, so I wasn't able to get that extra guy with that extra pressure out. So I didn't get that, but I felt like what I ended up playing out was still pretty optimal for what I had in hand.
Yeah. And like how I said, like the deck that you got for this King Vegeta is really aggro. Like with turn 2, you got what?
5 bodies on field.
5 bodies on field, 2 of them crit.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the thing about the Mercenary Tile is that he loses the crit. And another cool thing about that Goku that I'm playing is he doesn't have unique. Unfortunately, the only unique that comes out of the cards, the 3 drops that get played off the Young Invaders, the only unique tag 1 there is the Vegeta that's a crit that searches top 5. So the Gokus are just, in my opinion, I don't like the 5 drop a lot, but I do like the 3 drop. The 3 drop's just crazy in my opinion. It's basically Goku hit for blue yellow without having to comboing them in.
Exactly.
So you're not losing a super combo from hand in order to play a blocker that blocks twice. Cool thing about him is I can attack on my turn, end turn, and stamina active. As you can see, I was kind of late on it. I'm like not even thinking about it. You played your field skill, got your draws off, and I didn't even think about it. And I think right around here, I'm like, oh wait, these guys stand to active. Yep. So yep, I was right. Yeah. So they both stand to active at the end of my turn as an auto, so that just automatically happens. So we're going into the rest of his turn. So he just got done playing a new ruler, getting a couple new cards in hand, which is very good for King Cold.
Yes, and I love that new ruler field card. It lets you search top 3 and then pick any mono green card and bottom deck the rest. So it's really good. Not bad. Lets you get your key components and what you need and stuff.
Absolutely. So in this situation, I know you charged the dormant, and I already seen 3 in hand. So
Yeah, like I said,
I know you're probably just banking on a dormant for your next turn. Is that your Is that your game plan for this turn right here?
yeah, for this, I'm just relying on a dormant, hoping
Gotcha.
you
So
swing
you
with
decide to
leader or just swing with your one of your
Right.
19Ks and then just try to out combo that, and then because right now I have 3
field spells.
field spells, so I have that. What's that? What's it called? I'm sorry, I'm blocking out. The free negate.
Gotcha. Royal
Yeah.
Supremacy.
Yeah, royal supremacy. Thank you. So I feel very comfortable in this situation right now.
Gotcha. And I do remember in this situation, I didn't even think twice about it. I believe you end up passing turn after you. I end up taking your damage from your lead swing because you ended up pumping a super combo into it. I think you weren't wanting to apply pressure, but you are more than wanting to get through your deck and see some more cards.
Yeah.
So I decided it's just best to just take the 20K and just not deal with getting rid of cards from hand or even using my blockers, because they can still be aggro pieces for me. So here I just take the damage and you get to pass to me. So I get to stand on everything and I charge. And the worst thing about this turn is I believe I'm thinking, oh cool, I have, and I'll spoil it right now. I had a Kai in hand, so I could have gave myself double strike on any one of my attacks. And I was like, you know what? I'll threaten him with the 1-drop weenie for crit. And my original plan was to bait out the Royal Supremacy to where he wouldn't KO my 3-drops. Because if I swing with the 3-drop, he's just going to KO it with the Royal Supremacy, and then I'm out of luck, and then he dormants next attack, and then either way it ends my turn. So I decided to swing with the 1-drop. Bad news bears for me. He goes ahead and uses dormant. He doesn't choose my 2-drop tile. He just goes ahead and gets rid of the dude attacking so that I can't get into my combo phase, which is very smart in his end.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I'm stuck in a predicament where I can swing with one of my dudes for game or swing, draw a card, and pass. Unfortunately, I know the deck. I built the deck myself, so I just
we
know
played
that
so many times.
I just know that you have Royal Supremacy, which you do. So I'm just gonna swing the draw and then go ahead and pass back.
And honestly, in this point, I was thinking about just taking out your mercenary tile, but I was like, it's to advise less pressure. I'd take out one of the Gokus because they're basically like dual attackers.
Right. And another cool thing was, and I'm glad you kind of explained to me your thought process behind that, because in my head I was like, wow, he's really big braining me right now, because instead of getting rid of the 2-drop or anything else like that, you could have got rid of anything right there besides my barrier card.
Mm-hmm.
You decided one of the blockers, which was really cool because your leader card pops a field.
Yep.
And then your anticipated onslaught 2-drop in a field card in play pops a 2 cost.
Yep.
So basically, just for that negate and along tagged with your leader's skill, you're getting rid of 2 of my cards for relatively free.
Yes, exactly. And that's why I was trying to do that. Just use one of those to target and to advise less pressure, because you had 2 of those on field. That's 4 attacks coming at me without your leader. That's
Absolutely.
a lot of pressure.
Yeah, so here I decided not to play a Young Invader into your field. I was sitting on a topo. I charged my Violent Raise that turn, and I was sitting on a topo and the new King Vegeta's Imposing Presence.
Mm-hmm. Love that card.
I was really thinking of dropping topo, but you played Berry Blue, and I was like, you know what? I don't think he's going to push me super hard, and if he does, he's only going to be playing the dual attack blocker, which was what was in my head.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and put the Vegeta Imposing Presence on field so that I can trigger my leader's effect and minus your Berry Blue so that I can stop you from playing any more field cards from your drop area.
Exactly.
Because I had a feeling you were going to swing with your leader, use your effect, pop 1, and then play 1. Just replay it from your drop area basically for 1 energy.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with your leader being an untapped 2 in this situation, it just makes it absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, now when I'm thinking about it, when I'm down to like the last itty bitty, I should have took that life because I'm already in double strike range. So I feel like when I'm down to the 2 life in that scenario, I feel like just risking it for the biscuit, just take the life.
I kind of agree with you in that situation.
Because I feel
the
like
thing
most
is,
players...
I think it depends more on a go wide or go tall strategy.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to go against a go tall, it might be a little bit better just to take the damage.
Yeah.
Just because they can slap a
Champa double
double
I feel
on
like
anything.
most players...
If it's more of a go wide, they normally are more weenie attacks.
Yeah.
And I feel like leaving more life so they can have more to take during their turn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just in case they don't have the Champa.
But I just feel like with this type of meta, at least they're at least gonna expect a double strike. At least one Champa,
most players. I mean, if you're a good player, you're running at least 2 Champas in every deck that you build. So
for sure,
you always gotta expect that. When you're at 2 life, you just gotta expect the hidden, either the Kai or the Champa.
Mm-hmm.
So here you went ahead and swinging with your lead. You're using your effect. I believe you go ahead and pop your new ruler. And what it does, it allows you to draw a card and discard a card.
And I'm thinking right here on which one.
So what it was is I believe what I did is because we were talking, so I wasn't really paying attention. But I believe what you did is you swing lead. I used imposing presence. I minus your leader by 10 because the imposing presence doesn't declare battle cards; it just says cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I negged your leader by 10. And then that procced my leader's auto to neg your berry blue by 10.
Yep.
And then here you proceeded into your... and then I activate a blocker for Goku. And I believe you wanted to wipe my board. So what you wanted to do was just go ahead and pressure me. So you had to pop your field, give you 10k, went up to 25. You're even super comboing here, which could be just for more pressure to try to get rid of the Goku, or just to filter deeper into your deck, which is what Paragus really is for in the deck. You know, getting 2 cards deeper is very important.
Exactly. I'm pretty...
So here you're sitting at a solid 35 to my Goku, I believe. And I'm not comboing out of that. Goodbye. Yeah, Goku is absolutely dead there. There's no way I'm letting the combo in 19 up to 35 just for one attack.
Mm-hmm.
So here your hand's getting lower. You go ahead and play a new ruler, which is really good. You get to look at the top 3, get yourself some goodies, and then bottom deck the rest.
Yeah, and this choice.
So here you grab yourself what could be combo power or even a counterplay, which is very effective in this deck. Because if I get over 8 cards in hand and I play just about any card in my deck, that cooler can go ahead and place that directly into my drop area and make me discard a card from hand, which is...
And honestly, I was just worried about you playing maybe another, let's just say a Vegeta or another Goku on field. So I was just ready for that, just the first window counterplay.
Absolutely. Yeah, see, in this matchup, I unfortunately did not see my Vegeta at all, which I hate to say it. Not seeing your Vegeta card really does slow down a lot of the draw power for this deck, because playing him out is like one of the only cards that's going to search you a card from your deck and get it to your hand.
Exactly.
And he searches out Red Saiyan, so a lot of the time I use him to search out my Raditz super combo. I do run a 2-2 split between Whis and Raditz, but I'll just search out Raditz, get the 2 copies of Raditz, either with my leader and a combination of Vegeta, and then hope to draw into the Whis. I decided to run Whis just because I think that negging a battle card in the middle of battle, especially when people are trying to go big with a very tall battle card, I can basically get a 20k combo power, and then also with my leader, minus the card again. So with that one card, I give myself 10k and then minus your battle card 20.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with that. That's why I decided the 2-2 split. Here you decide to dormant. You pitch a card. I'm swinging in with my little barrier 19k Broly. And I'm like, you know what? He's at 2 life, and I'm just going to absolutely full send it here. I use Whis. I minus 10 on the Raditz just to make sure that he doesn't pay 1 to combo it off. Here I go ahead and just pay 2 and absolutely use 2 Champas in my entire hand to get up to, I believe, was like a 79 or 69. So it's 19, 29, 39.
It was a big number. I
think it's like 59 or 69 or something like that. Either way, so wait, let me just count it out. 19, 29, 39, 49, 59. Yep, it's 69,000.
Yeah, I kind of said.
So basically, I know that you're only at like 4 or 5 cards in hand. I'm very knowledgeable of the deck, knowing dang well that it has a bunch of extra cards that you're not going to be able to use in your combo phase. And I know that your leader can give you 10k. With that being said, you are basically tapped. You use Dormant. You pitched a card with Dormant. You actually pitched one of your combo powers with Dormant, which is actually kind of poopy, but that's the way it goes. I believe you only ended up getting to like 30 or 40,000, 45,000, I believe, which was GG's. With that being said, guys, I hope you did like the battle. This was my first battle between all the not all, 2 of the Supreme Rivalry leaders. With that being said, Juni, you want to say anything before we deuce?
No, just be safe, be good, and deuce out.
Alrighty, guys. I hope you guys stay safe. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time. Make sure that you guys drop a like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.